On this episode of the Armchair Army podcast, we have special guest Myles Clifford from 60 Days to Living and the Gametime guru Shane Larson as well. So I'm really excited to talk to them about all NBA things. We talk about the Kyrie and LeBron deal this offseason. We go in depth about our sleeper picks of the year. We also talk about our MVP picks as well, whether we're pro three-point contest or pro dunk contest and whether or not we like both of those. And then we also go into good vibes, bad vibes, NBA style, and then NBA style chair talk as well. So you're not going to want to miss that. So without further ado, let's roll. All right, we're going to bring on the Gametime guru, Shane Larson, and 60 Days Living host, Myles Clifford. What's up, boys?
What's up, man? What's up, everybody? And Clayton, thanks for having us on again, man.
Yeah,
seriously.
No problem. This is, third time now?
Yeah, this is kind of a recurring theme.
Yeah,
third time's a charm.
I love it, man.
Is this like a paid promotion now?
Yeah, I'm...
Amity Jack sponsors this.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Brought to you by Amity Jack.
I don't... It's not my company. Just so everybody knows, it's not my company.
Yeah, I said that for free, so... All right, this is an NBA special, so we are going to talk all things NBA today. Hot topics in the NBA. NBA is just getting rolling, so we don't want to overreact, but we're probably going to overreact. So you guys ready?
I'm totally ready for this,
Yes.
man. I love this.
So our first topic here, dream teams, OKC, Houston, Golden State. Are they good for the NBA?
Oh, that's difficult, man. I think the way the NBA is going, they are, because everybody loves the NBA is a players' league, and the fans love players, and these guys are putting together that teams of players. So for the fans, yes, but for the NBA itself, no. The small marketed teams like the Jazz, the Blazers, those small market teams are never going to compete.
They're never going to win a championship.
That's what sucks. So it's like we knew that before, and we always said that, but the more we're seeing how it's evolving now, they're never going to win. Never. Right. There's not a shot at all.
On one of my podcasts, too, I talked about Damian Lillard. It's sad. He's going to be lost forever in NBA history. Like, it's sad, but, I mean, he should probably go to Golden State now.
Seriously, well, I think the NBA does... They have to change something, right? Because then what's the point of even having a league? Like, right? It should be four teams.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, if you're going to build that kind of power team. So the NBA, I feel, will change that in a couple years. Like, right now, Shane said it's a players' league, but... fans are going to get sick of that.
Yeah.
They have to, right? Like, as a Jazz fan, and I'm a couple years away from, if it continues down this path, I'm done with the NBA. And I think there's a lot of fans who probably feel the same way because, like, as fun as it is to watch Curry and Thompson, and I hate Green, but, Durant, like, as fun as it is to watch those guys, like, it's also boring at the same time because, like, it's depressing. My team, the Utah Jazz, will never make it to the championship.
It kind of takes the fun out of the regular season, too, right? So, like,
oh yeah,
everybody, I don't know about you guys, but I've just completely scrapped the regular season because the top teams are going to make the playoffs, and then the playoffs start, and it's fun.
That's where we have a flaw in the NBA as well, though, is like the playoff structure. And obviously they're talking about changing the playoffs to being the top 16 teams total, but to be able to do that, they have to reorg everything because like the Eastern Conference plays each team 4 times, so they're gonna have to reorg everything on the schedule to make sure that everyone's playing the equal amount of teams.
Then they would just get rid of conferences at that point, right?
Yes.
So if the top 16 teams made it, then 2 teams in the East would make it every year.
Yeah, well, that's what they're talking about. But I mean, they would have to redo it, and I think that would bring a little bit more excitement back to it. But it's true, like the regular season, no one's paying attention, so the ratings are dropping.
Yeah, exactly. And the West has predominantly been the better conference for it seems like ever. I mean, you have the Cavs, you have the Celtics, but in recent years, I mean, the East sucks.
Yeah, even though, like, the Pistons won it, 15 years ago now or whatever it was, like, even back when, like, the West wasn't winning it, like, you've always had, the Kings and the Lakers and the Trailblazers and the Jazz, and then you had the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Los Angeles Lakers. Like, there's a sprinkling of the East in there with Miami, Cleveland, and Boston. But
even those teams, they may have won the championship. Like Miami won it a couple times with their dream team, but they were the only contender for a minute there in the Eastern Conference for a while, right? So like they only had one team, just like you said, and even though they won it, the West was way better.
Yeah, those overall. Championships were like literally over 20 years sprinkled in. After Michael Jordan and the Bulls, like it was Spurs, Lakers, Spurs, Lakers, Spurs, Lakers.
Jazz. Oh wait.
And then the Pistons in there, but like really the Mavericks, like the Warriors, like that. Yeah.
It's frustrating. It is. It's one of those things where you want to watch the NBA. These are like the best athletes in the world, and there's something like tarnished from it now. So, moving on from the debate of the dream teams, we're gonna stick with the East though. Team LeBron, Team Kyrie. Big thing over the summer. Who are you choosing?
I'll let Myles start here. I've got mine.
Oh man, I'm gonna probably get myself into trouble with what I say, but like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm a Team LeBron fan. Like, I really like Kyrie. You know what? I don't really give a crap. I really
Go
don't.
for it.
Like,
do it.
No, I mean, I love LeBron James, and then he starts talking politics and stuff, and then it's just like I don't care about politics, but I feel like he incites more anger in people than he does like to calm it, and then that really bugs me. And so like I'm probably talking. It's not even sports I'm talking about, but like I was all
Stop
Team
talking
LeBron.
politics, man.
Dude,
I can't stand
politics.
it.
And I was talking politics.
So you know what? I don't give a shit about any of those.
Yeah,
two.
no.
A poop.
So I'm Team LeBron.
Sorry for
Here's
swearing.
why. It's not just because I love LeBron. It's because Kyrie, the way that Kyrie left, I understand it, and I actually think that, hey, he saw where the Cavs organization's going here in the next 2 years. Great. You probably want to get out while you can before they extend you another 5 years and you're stuck there with nobody. The thing is he left because he wanted to be the main guy, and I don't think he's ever proven that. And they've got the stats to prove it. He never had a winning season without LeBron, and he's never been able to be the main guy. So that's what frustrates me. I'm totally on LeBron's side here. Granted, I do see why everyone says it's hard to coach him, because he basically comes in and tries to run the show. So that would be very difficult if you're a boss and your employee comes in, tells you what to do, and as a teammate.
Or like the owner.
But I'm a Team LeBron. I'm just going to put it right there.
Yeah,
in this
so
situation.
I'm going to go completely against you here, Shane. I'm
Okay.
totally Team Kyrie. I think over the years, LeBron has become one of the biggest divas in the NBA, and that is not only that, but it's so hard. He's trying to win championships. It's clear, like that's great, but it's so hard, it seems, to be his teammate, because he's always working. He works you to the bone, man. He wants to win championships so bad, he rubs people the wrong way.
Right.
And some people might say, oh, nut up and, do your thing. And if you want to win championships, this is what you got to do. You got to do X, Y, Z, and it's going to be tough. It doesn't have to be tough. Like, look at the Mavs. Look at the Mavericks when they won it. They were having a great time. Dirk was fading away. He was doing whatever he wanted, and they beat, LeBron's team in the ship. So yeah, it just doesn't have to be the way LeBron makes it seem like it has to be to win championships. And that's what I hate, and I do not blame Kyrie for leaving. I want Kyrie to do well so bad. I want Kyrie to show everybody, hey, dude, you can go out, do your thing, be yourself, and still win a ship. I know he's having a terrible beginning of the season, and that sucks, but I'm Team Kyrie just because of that. I think Kyrie, and also, this, like, it's selfish to say that LeBron's like, oh, I didn't want Kyrie to leave. Dude, you are going to leave next year. There is no chance in hell that LeBron stays on the Cavs next year, and he was going to leave Kyrie to dry.
No, absolutely. I totally agree
I was
with that.
so Team Kyrie because everybody was giving him grief, and I don't think he handled it correctly by any means. Just like not talking to the team, not talking to his teammates, anything like that. I think he handled that super poorly. But at the same time, you got to do what you got to do, and he did it. So.
One quick thing on that. The only reason that it rubbed me the wrong way, like that I was frustrated with him when it happened, was in his press conference after the finals. Kyrie sat there and praised LeBron and said, hey, like, you'd be stupid to not, take everything you can while you're working with this guy. He has this amazing press conference talking about LeBron. We don't hear from Kyrie all offseason after that. It was the last thing we heard from him in the media, and then all of a sudden, he's getting traded. And that's why it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because he praised LeBron after the loss, and then something happened. So I think there's something more to the story that I'm not seeing, and I think it probably is on LeBron's side, where it's like he's a tough guy to be around.
He's also a flat Earth guy. You guys flat Earth people?
No. I'm a round Earth guy.
A round Earth guy?
I'm a round guy, period.
Yeah, I've seen the satellite pictures.
I know. That's so funny, though. I think the flat Earth thing with Kyrie, like the memes that you see about it, are so freaking funny. He dug his own grave with that stuff. I mean, he is the center of every meme. So funny. And so sticking with LeBron too, he's playing point guard now.
Yeah.
Do you guys like that, or you like him better at power forward?
I think he's the best point guard to ever play the game. Like,
Yeah.
everybody's like says, like John Stockton wasn't the best point guard to play the game. John Stockton was a facilitator, great passer,
Garbage shooter.
he wasn't great, but he could steal the ball and pass. And Jason Kidd was the man as well. And these guys were great, but everybody says Magic Johnson was the best point guard who ever played the game. Like, if you compare them as basketball players, they're the exact same player except LeBron's better.
Yeah.
So he's the best point guard to ever play the game, even though that hasn't been his position written down on paper his whole career.
I like the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
I just think if he's the best player in the league, give him the ball. And the best way to have him have the ball and the best opportunities for him is at point guard. I mean, so much movement. He's moving around. He's harder to guard. He's going to have smaller guards guarding him, too, instead of that defensive powerhouse that you usually have. Like when Cephalosha was guarding him in the playoffs a ton, you saw if he was point guard, it was really hard for Cephalosha to do anything because you basically take that good defender out of the lineup.
The thing in the sport of basketball, too, is like if you have a guy who's 6'8", 260, who is as athletic as LeBron, and you got him facing up every single time instead of like backing down, like it's the same thing. If you're facing up and bringing the ball up the court, you already have your momentum going. It's very difficult for a defender that is as big as him to be able to move their feet. Right. So I think it's amazing like how he's doing it. Granted, the only reason he's playing it is because they have no point guards right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Calderon.
Dude, I saw Dwayne Wade said he wants to come off the bench.
Yeah.
That kind of bugged me. I was like, why
well,
would
he sucked to begin with, so I think he realized, like, maybe that's not my spot anymore. I don't know. He's already out with a left knee
and then
contusion.
he dropped. So I was like, okay, yeah, he's coming off the bench. So he came off the bench, it went 5 for 6 and scored 11 points. Like, he did well. I was like, wait, maybe he does need less minutes and just use him when he can. It just sucks because I just remember the old, like, athletic, nothing can stop Dwayne Wade guy, and it sucks that he's now a bench guy. To J.R. Smith.
But, I mean, like, I think he also realizes that's probably how he's going to help the team best. Like, when LeBron comes out, Dwayne Wade comes in, it's that leadership kind of...
Because he doesn't have that driving capability, so it seems like they're, like, sagging off of him now. And when he was point guard, I watched one game, and the point guard that was guarding him was, like, at the free throw line. Like, they know he's not going to shoot an outside shot. They know he can't really drive. They're sagging off. They were almost like playing a zone D and playing 5-on-4. So kind of sad to watch Dwayne Wade at the end of his career. I always hate really good players at the end of their career. It sucks watching them. It just does.
It's sad, but I think for the Cavs, they have Tristan Thompson coming off the bench. They've got Dwayne Wade coming off the bench. They need a better second unit because last year, that's what destroyed them in the playoffs. Second LeBron comes off the court, they get destroyed. They don't have any time to use their second unit. So I think that'll help them in the long run if he stays healthy.
Yeah, wasn't their plus-minus, like, insane with LeBron on and off?
LeBron for 2 minutes, it was like a -12.
Yeah, LeBron stopped going out of the game.
Yeah, and then
that's why I say Kyrie. I was with Kyrie on the floor. LeBron leaves. Kyrie's on the floor for less than 2 minutes against the Warriors. Is 12-point difference.
Yeah, and the only time like Kyrie has really stepped up, and it was Game 7 where he scored 40 points the one year, like drained 3, like that was Kyrie's game. But aside from that, like
great offensive player, but like he's not a two-way player either. He's not a very good defender. No. So he's going to score his points. Uncle Drew is going to score his points, but he's not going to defend. But moving forward, 3-point contest or dunk contest?
Oh, man. That's tough. What do you think?
We're
choosing one or the other, or are we saying what's the best out of the two?
Yeah, what's the best? What do you got? Dude, I'm a 3-point contest guy. I think the shooters in the league right now make it so much fun to watch 3-point contest. And it seems like every year the dunk contest now has just like no names. Like they've got ups and they have cool
Jeremy
dunks.
Evans is not a no name.
but the guys that like some of them are like deep bench players, but they've got like mad hops and you're like, that's great, but who is that guy? Like I want to see freaking
Levine was probably the bigger name.
That was 2016.
Yeah.
He got beat last year.
Aaron Gordon.
Didn't he jump over the Magic guy? The Magic mascot, whatever the heck
that was when they were going back and forth. That was actually a really good dunk competition, but like who won it over him last year?
It might have been Gordon.
Did they go back to back against each other? I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't remember. That's how good the freaking dunk contest is.
Yeah, seriously.
But like now you can. 3-point contest has Curry, it has Klay Thompson, it has all these guys that you're like, well, okay, yeah. If LeBron was in the dunk contest, you bet I watch it. But it's all these guys that nobody really wants to do it, so they go out on the court. And it's cool, it's fun, but it's not what you want to see. So, like, Dwayne Wade back in his day, I want to see him in a freaking dunk contest. That dude could get up.
Vince Carter.
Yeah.
But you're right. That's the way basketball's going now. Is like shooters. The kids want to be like the Steph Curry who's shooting it 35 feet out. So
yeah. Basketball's kind of losing it. It kind of sucks because it's been exciting. But surprise teams that you guys have going forward. Who do you think, they don't have to be doing well right now, but who do you think is going to surprise a lot of people and make a run in the playoffs?
Okay, I'm going to take Shane's. Shane's going to say the Clippers.
Oh, dang it. I have the Clippers, actually.
I've been saying the Clippers for the last couple weeks. Go ahead.
But me, I'm going to say the Bucks. I know that's not really like this is a
no, I get
pick,
it, though.
But, I don't think they'll win the championship, but they'll be exciting to watch. And I heard, if LeBron and the Cavs match up against them, that's a tough battle in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're tall. They're long. They're a ginormous team.
Yeah, dude, the Greek Freak is... I saw a picture of him, before and after, his rookie year to now. That dude has built some freaking muscle.
He's strong. It's that lean, hard muscle on his arms, dude.
What the heck? When he came in the league, he was some lanky guy.
Yeah, I don't really stare at the players as much as you guys.
Yeah. Seriously.
He's not as big as PJ Tucker.
And now that I know the T-Wolves are in the West, I don't think they're going to make a good run.
I got one. Charlotte. Okay.
Dude, I'm out on Charlotte.
No, Charlotte. I'm going to give you...
Name the all-12 players. Shane.
No.
Wait, is PJ Tucker on that team?
Okay.
Here we go.
I think Charlotte and Philadelphia, even if they can get rolling, I think they're going to surprise some people. They're really good, but I think they're still 2 years out. Charlotte, though, with Kemba and with
Is Michael
Dwight.
Jordan playing?
No, but with Dwight Howard over there this
Coming off
year,
the
I
bench?
think that they're solid.
Yeah, you know what? I could see that.
Dude, I actually like Kemba Walker. When he played at UConn, I freaking loved it.
Right?
Watching him
breaking ankles.
He
hated Kemba Walker.
Wow.
He beat the Wildcats.
Yeah, he did.
That is true.
Yeah. Bear down.
Bear down.
You know what?
Bear down.
I
Rich
see
Rod.
Charlotte. I actually think Philadelphia is going to make it as a 6, 7, or 8 seed. I
just
do.
hope, just for the tweets, that Embiid makes it.
Oh, me too.
I just need him to make it to the play. I actually need him to be healthy all year. If he was healthy all year, for one, they are going to make the playoffs if Embiid's healthy all year. But just to silence critics, I need him to be healthy all year.
He's the man.
Because his Twitter game is outrageous. So,
what's your thoughts on Fultz? I want yours, Clayton.
He's hurt, and he went to
UW.
Garbage. Hate the Huskies. Never big on Markelle Fultz. He didn't even play college ball, basically.
Won 9 games in college.
He won 9 games and played probably 6. He was freaking awful, and he would have a banged up ankle. He basically sat out his first year of college and then went to the NBA. It was the definition of not going to class. Ridiculous.
But he has I didn't know he had a shoulder problem, and I watched his free throw, and I was like, "The hell is that? What is that?" And then they said what happened, and I get it. But when I first saw it, I was like, "How did this guy over me make it into the NBA?"
Well, who's the number 2 pick in the draft?
Wasn't it
PJ Tucker?
No, Trey starts with a T. Was it Tyson?
Tatum? Jason Tatum?
Oh, Jason Tatum. Yes.
Yeah,
Dude, I actually really like Tatum more than Fultz.
Yeah.
I know Fultz has more of a ceiling, but I think Tatum's is going to be ready sooner.
Yeah, Tatum's the best player out of that draft, in my opinion. I agree with that.
Dude, I also like the kid from Dallas, the high flyer from Dallas. He just got rejected hard the other day, and he looked really bad. So I look really bad saying this, but yeah, we're gonna move on. But he was really. I really liked him in college. He's a bruiser. So, and a team that is gonna probably surprise that I like is the Washington Wizards. I know that's a top team, but I think they're gonna go deep if they can get past the Celtics. I think they're gonna take the Cavs head on in the championship game, and I think they're a little bit deeper than the Cavs, and I think they're gonna be healthier. Because the Cavs, Derrick Rose, Dwayne Wade, it seems like they can't make it through 82-game seasons anymore.
The combined age of that team has got to be 605.
Yeah.
That is an old team.
Well, they don't want to be on the team for very long either. The owner of that team sucks. He's the worst. So
Wizards were they were less than 2 minutes away from going up 3-1. And winning the series 4-1 against the Celtics. They ended up losing, 4-2?
Yeah.
But they were 2 minutes away from having 4 games in that series. Yeah. They should have made the conference finals last year.
I love John Wall. I don't know. Yeah. Ever since he went to Kentucky, I've loved John Wall. But, yeah, we all were going to pick the Clippers, though. And the Clippers are going to surprise some teams. I think Patrick Beverley on that team, very underrated asset to your team. I don't think he plays offense at all. But, man, he's such a good defensive player.
He's the most annoying player in the NBA to watch.
Oh, 100%, and he is the biggest shithead by far. Like, he'll, like, hurt players on purpose. Remember when he had that thing, it was at Russ?
Russell Westbrook?
Yeah.
he
laid him
tore
out.
his
Yeah.
meniscus.
Yeah, and then the first play that he gets back in, he
does
did
the
the
same
thing to him.
Chipped him early on.
He
like,
chipped
on the
him,
side.
and I was like, dude, that guy, he should go to prison for that.
Patrick Beverly, if you're listening to this, we'll kick your ass.
But the Clippers, though, I've been saying this, like Danilo Gallinari, you've got Griffin, Jordan, Lou Williams.
Now we got him
Sam
rolling.
Decker. Like, they got some good players, man.
Name drop.
Yeah.
Dude, Sam Decker, also really funny, dude. I've heard him on Barstool Sports a couple of times. Really funny. They have him on Part of My Take.
Okay.
He's hilarious. And they call him all the time randomly during their show. And Sam Decker, like, they'll do a restricted number to Sam Decker and call him, and he'll answer, and they'll just mess with him the whole time. But so MVP year though, who's your MVP? Not thus far, but who's going to be the MVP? I'm taking Greek Freak, dude. You took the Bucks as a surprise team. It's only because of him, and I think he takes them to the playoffs and wins it. He's averaging like 35 points a game right now.
He looks insane.
And his wingspan is ungodly.
Yeah, seriously. And you need him around to grab the top shelf items. Like, dude is insane. He
Yeah.
he could grab it with his teeth if he wanted, the top shelf. But he's insanely, like, he's athletic, he's long. As Shane said, he's got nice, lean muscles.
Who's your MVP?
I'm going to take James Harden this year. I think he's playing just as well as he did last year. And I think he's proven that he can last. Okay? He can last.
Myles
He
hates
doesn't
this
even
one.
have lean muscle. How do you like it so much?
He's got a really thick, bulky muscle.
Oh,
dude. Strong upper body. He must
Personal
bench press a
trainer
lot.
Shane.
Yeah.
He must bench press a lot.
Wow.
Okay, so we got James Harden.
Mark this down one day.
Greek Freak.
Yeah, when this launches, I want everybody to mark this down so Myles can see if
Who's
he's
your
right
pick
or
to
not.
win the championship this year? It's got to be Golden State, right? They're going to win it. I'm picking Golden State right now on the podcast. Golden State's going to win the championship. And that's unpopular, and
No, but what sucks is that's it. Like, it's either.
yeah,
like,
who's going to compete? Like, I get it. OKC has Melo, Paul George. Houston has Chris Paul, James Harden, PJ Tucker. And so
The
they
Clippers have Gallinari,
Okay.
Decker.
Here,
This
I'm
guy
calling
from
the upset.
Russia.
I don't think the Warriors make it out of the West this year. I think they're going to get upset by
What?
somebody, and I bet it will be the Clippers.
Or the Rockets and Harden's big bulky muscles.
I think the Rockets would have put up a better fight against them than the Spurs last year, and I also think the Spurs would have put up a better fight. Obviously, Kawhi wasn't hurt because they
Ooh,
were dominating them in the
How do we
first
always
game.
forget about the Spurs though? Like
That's the
because
Spurs.
they're so freaking boring.
But they're
You're probably
good.
sleeping during
With Rudy
their
Gay
games.
coming over there this year, he's a huge asset coming off the
Seriously.
bench. Like even after his Achilles injury, so the Spurs are loaded. And if Kawhi's like not hurt, they were up at what 25 points last year, game one against.
Yeah, dude.
They were
Okay.
dominating.
We talked about Patrick Beverly being a shithead. Zaza Pachulia.
Oh, dude, that
That
guy
guy
hates
freaking sucks. Like we can all agree that guy sucks.
garbage.
Who's he playing for now? They didn't re-sign him.
Yeah, they did.
Oh
He's
no.
out there. I'm pretty sure they did.
I don't know.
It's-
You're
are
the
they
one
ju-
that pays attention.
They're probably just gonna
Like,
sign
I'm
him
a
right
key.
before the Spurs series. So he
Hate
just
Pachulia so
yeah,
much.
dude. Zaza in that series, that wasn't his only time where I was like, oh, dude, he should probably be tossed.
Seriously.
Like when he got under Kawhi and he was like, I don't know what's going on. You're like, dude, if you don't know what you just did, get off the court. Like seriously, when you undercut someone on a box out like that, like I learned that in like 7th grade. It's like, okay, yeah, close out, but make sure you're not like hurting people. You're like,
Seriously.
oh yeah, that makes total sense to a freaking middle schooler, and he's in the NBA conference finals and doing that. That made me so mad, especially to Kawhi Leonard. Like I don't really love the Spurs, but Kawhi Leonard.
oh, dude. Kawhi,
Except he went to San Diego State, which sucks.
That's fine, man. We'd still be
No,
friends. If he
no.
lived next door, I guarantee him and I would be friends.
He'd come over for a couple barbecues. That's it.
He'd come over every day. Guarantee it.
Driving his beat up Chevy or whatever it is, in
Yeah.
1970.
Dude, Kawhi's
Yeah,
the
you
man.
have a nicer car than freaking Kawhi, dude.
Yeah, it's just because I make more money than him.
Yeah,
Oh.
You're a better athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The affiliate
Got
links at
bigger
the bottom.
hands. Yeah.
But all right, so we're
Dude,
gonna
he's got
move.
huge hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's literally like Tony Robbins size hands.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
gosh, yeah, seriously. I actually watched a video of Tony Robbins, unrelated to sports, but his hands are banana hands.
yeah,
I
they're
mean,
big hands.
dude, seriously.
So I love lean muscle. You guys like hands,
Oh,
whatever.
God.
Everyone's got their
Next
thing.
segment.
No, I prefer a nice woman. Name my wife.
Oh. Yes.
Cut this out. Cut this out.
Got it. But we're going to move to good vibes, bad vibes. We get to pick a good vibe in the NBA right now and a bad vibe for our NBA special on the Armchair Army. Who you got for your good vibe?
Good vibe for me. Oh, that's tough.
Dude, good vibe for me is Houston Rockets starting off strong right now. They're 4-0 right now, and they beat Golden State first game at Oracle. So that was really impressive to me. And I think if Chris Paul can stay healthy and James Harden has an MVP type season, and I think they're going to keep being a good vibe for quite some time. And that team is not very old besides Chris Paul. So I think James Harden's really going to up that team for years to come.
My good vibe is actually Lonzo Ball. The fact that he can remain level-headed and just like you hear about his dad, you don't hear anything about Lonzo Ball. The way he's handled everything with his moronic dad is actually incredible to me. He doesn't tell his dad to shut up, but he doesn't you just don't. It's his dad. It's not him. So that's my good vibe is just Lonzo Ball. Like, even though I don't really care for the Ball family.
Dude, I have a freaking good bad vibe for you then.
Yeah, well, don't steal my bad vibe.
Yeah.
His last name's Ball as well.
Yeah. You have a good vibe and a bad vibe in the same family.
Yeah.
You're doing something wrong here. Something's wrong. What's your good vibe, Shane?
My good vibe is the Phoenix Suns getting rid of Earl Watson.
I
think that
dude,
not only Earl Watson, but
Eric Bledsoe. And they looked better last night. They beat the Jazz last night. They actually crushed the Jazz last night, dominated them from front to back, which sucks as a Jazz fan. But the second that they got rid of them, you never know. You know, sometimes you get rid of the trash, everything else starts working. So good vibes are for the Suns right now. Even though some people say bad vibes, I think it's good.
Okay, that works. All right, we're gonna move on to bad vibes. Bad vibes. Yeah, Myles is done. All right, LeVar, you don't like him?
No.
Does anybody like him? Like, how does he? We're talking about him right now.
He's a great marketing specialist, man.
Seriously.
He got it done.
He got on this podcast.
Dang it.
Gosh. Like BYU. He always seems to make it on the
podcast.
podcast.
BYU game.
I'm going to start I'm bleeping out LeVar's name every time we say LeVar.
You should probably bleep out half the stuff I say.
My bad vibe, you know what, is Steph Curry, not Steph Curry, Steph Curry's mouthpiece. He needs one that fits and you can't take out. Some trainer's got to put it in his mouth and it can't come out unless a trainer, sticks a freaking rod in his mouth and yanks it out because he's getting dangerous. Dude can throw a 90-mile-an-hour mouthpiece fastball.
He can. It almost hit the ref.
Yeah, I do. I actually loved what he said after the game. He was like, "If I wanted to hit the ref, I have better aim than that," which was freaking hilarious. But yeah, I'm a Steph Curry fan. I just love that he went to Davidson. He beat Gonzaga, my hometown team. He beat them in the Sweet 16, which I hated. But watching him go off for 40 points was absolutely crazy.
And you and I disagree on basketball a lot, I think. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah,
dude, I'm a very bitter NBA fan ever since the Sonics left, so I have a lot of negativity towards it.
That's fair.
Should I become a Jazz fan?
No. We don't.
If you don't ever want to be happy, then yeah, sure.
Well, I'm a Mariners fan, so check that box.
That's true. Dude,
I get it. Then.
Pit of misery.
My whole life's been miserable. Because of my sports teams.
My life sucks.
Yeah. My parents were mean. My wife was mean.
Why do we like
I'm
sports?
Overweight.
Why do we like sports? Jeez.
Honestly, I don't know. Last night was game 2 of the Dodgers World Series, right? That was such a swing of emotions for me. I had a hard time going to bed last night.
One of the greatest games, by the way, ever.
No, not really. I mean,
not for a Dodger. Not even for a Dodgers fan. To tie it up twice when you are 2 outs away from losing the game, that's crazy.
Yeah, but
coming back from a team hitting back-to-back homers on you and coming back that very next inning, that's...
Yeah, but it's kind of like when you're up 3-1 in the bottom of the 8th, you give up a run, then you're up 3-2 in the bottom of the 9th.
It was kind of like marrying a hot girl and then they get fat. Yeah. Yeah. It's such a high and then very, very low in the end. So...
Oh, man. This podcast is going to get us all in trouble.
Yeah.
I talk politics. Shane's been
talking about lean muscle.
Lean muscle.
Yeah.
So my bad vibe in the NBA is the New Orleans Pelicans. They had a lot of talent going into the season, a lot of hype. They have had 6 injuries to start the season.
Is Boogie still playing?
Yeah, but so you got Anthony Davis and Boogie Cousins. I think they signed Rondo to come over there. He hasn't played, and they just signed Josh Smith.
Yeah, I saw that. Are you kidding me?
Josh Smith.
Dude, he's still alive.
They're digging into the depths of everything to try to find
if you have
people.
Rondo
sign
and
Earl Watson.
If
Yeah.
you have Rondo and
Versus
Boogie
Ford.
on the same team, I can tell you your locker room's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Like, they were on the Kings together, and everybody hated them collectively.
Well,
When Boogie Cousins is your best friend, Rondo, get out. Get out, dude.
Yeah.
kind of like Shane, I'm his best friend.
Get
Yeah,
out.
I gotta get out.
Get
That's
out,
what I mean.
dude.
I was actually taking your side on that.
Miles is the Boogie Cousins of
I am the
friendships.
boogie because I'm like an amazing athlete. I dunk on people. I get ticked off very easily.
Punches people in the back of the
Has
head.
the most ejections ever.
Who did I punch in the back of the head?
Huh?
Oh, God.
Did I
Gosh.
really punch someone in the back of the head?
Okay. What's next?
Yeah, we're gonna move on to chair talk, where we get to put one person in the chair. We already did good vibes, bad vibes, so one person's already. I guess we've already put one person in the chair for bad vibes. I put a mouthpiece for bad vibes, so I guess I have a person. But
Yeah,
who's your chair?
Yeah, who's your
who
chair,
putting in
Shane?
the chair, Shane?
That's tough, man. I think. So here's who I'm gonna put in the chair. I think Paul George needs to step up his game for the Thunder, so I'm gonna put him in the chair. I think he's got the spotlight on him right now. Out of the three on their little trio, he's by far like performing the worst. And if he wants to get himself a big contract next year, like everyone's talking to, is he gonna go to the Lakers, whatever, wherever he's gonna go, whether it's with OKC or somewhere else, he needs to step it up because he does not look that good. He's getting exposed. He had a good maybe 1.5 games. And other than that, he's got in foul trouble. Last night he couldn't do anything. Got in foul trouble, couldn't score. So I'm putting Paul George, even though it's not like a major thing. Obviously, he's going to have a job. But I think he needs to step his game up and put him in the chair.
Dude, I am going to come from left field here. I am going to put Michael Jordan in the chair. Because
Good, I hate that guy.
if Michael Jordan doesn't produce a good Charlotte team in the next couple of years, I am going to have mass outrage. That dude, he won't give any power to anybody else because he owns the team and he's basically their general manager. But he keeps on. It's like Jerry Jones. When they had bad teams, he kept being the general manager without any people advising him. Michael Jordan, figure it out. You have the biggest pull in the NBA with your Jordan brand.
Yeah.
Like, go sponsor some players and make them come to Charlotte. Dang it. You're in the chair.
Oh, my bad vibes. Shoot. This is tough.
Put LeVar Ball in the chair and a bad
Nah, I
vibe.
can't put him.
Earl Watson.
I'm thinking about. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna put. Yeah, I don't have anybody. I'm gonna put Josh Allen actually in the. What is this called? The bad chair.
Josh Allen from
Chair
the
talk.
NBA?
It's chair talk.
Chair talk.
Josh Allen from Wyoming.
Yeah. Oh, it has to be from the NBA.
Yeah, it's NBA special, dude.
Oh.
You're putting
Well, you
Put your
came
phone
out-
down. You haven't even paying attention
You're
the whole time.
college football players in the chair when
Yeah,
it's
well,
NBA.
I didn't know. I mean,
You're in the chair, Josh Allen, for not being in the NBA.
Yeah,
What the heck?
you got a
dude?
6'10" build. You got a huge wingspan. You throw great bounce passes off the
I'm
turf.
down with putting Josh Allen in the chair because I hate Wyoming so much.
Shoot, now I got to think of an NBA player. I'm going to put James Harden in the chair for not winning a championship last year and just to attack Shane because he's not going to win the MVP.
And he doesn't have lean muscle.
And he has bulky muscle.
And his name's not PJ Tucker.
And it's not PJ Tucker.
I don't even like James Harden. In fact, I
You
can't
just
stand
pronounced your
him, but I
love for
think
him like
he's going to
30
be an
minutes
MVP.
before we even started this podcast.
Just so you know, I can't stand James Harden in his game. I just
Okay,
think he's going to be
Clayton,
MVP.
did he not, before we started this podcast, just rave on and on about James Harden? And like how,
98% lies. That's what you do.
okay, that is garbage.
Okay.
You know what? You
All
better
right,
end
guys.
this podcast.
We
before-
are going to end the podcast before we kill
Thank
each other.
heavens.
So, thank you for listening. 60 Days Living host Myles Clifford and the Gametime Guru Shane Larson on the podcast. You guys have a good night. Hope you enjoyed the NBA special from the Armchair Army
And Josh Allen.
and Josh Allen. Just shameless plug.